Hey guys, it's Jeff. Thanks for checking out my video today. This one's going to be on the Streamlight TLR7 Alpha for the subcompact firearm that you may have in your life coming up. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video today, but before I get started, I just want to do a quick thank you to everybody that's liked, subscribed, and shared these videos with your friends. It's the community that makes this effort worthwhile, and without your assistance, I wouldn't be where I am today, making this kind of content for you guys. So with that, thank you for everybody who's participated, and I hope you'll continue. Now, for this video, this is on the TLR7a. This is the improvement over the TLR7. If you've seen that weapons light in the past, they did make a couple of changes, and I do want to cover what's different, what's new, and what's exciting about this particular weapons light. Before I get into this, though, I do want to do a quick call out to those of you out there who are looking at upgrading from these kinds of weapons lights. If you own one of these, guys, please get rid of it. I mean, these are fine for flashlights. You know, if you just need a flashlight in your house and you want to have it for a BB gun or a pellet gun or something along those lines, and you don't want to invest in a good weapons light, you know, this will work, right? This is a flashlight, but it is not a weapons light. Do not invest your life in a piece of garbage like this, okay? This is an okay light for a toy. It's not an okay light for a self-defense weapon. Anyway, that out of the way, I just wanted to call it out because I see a lot of those on Instagram, and I just want to call that out real quick. So anyway, getting back into this, what is this light? Well, this is a weapons light for your compact model guns, and I've got a couple of different ones out here, and I'll just run through them real quick. But if you're running a compact and you've been running something like this, the TLR1S or the TLR1HL, these are for your full-size guns, right? These are great weapons lights. They do a fantastic job of fitting to the gun that they're designed to fit to. These are for duty guns. These are for the guns that you're going to carry in an outside holster. You're a law enforcement, military, that sort of thing, and you need a weapons light on your gun. These are perfect for that, right? They put out the lumens. They have the footprint for that type of gun, and they're great for that. But when you take a weapons light that was meant for a full-size gun and you go to marry it up to a compact pistol, well, you're going to get what I'm about to show you. You're going to get something like that. Now, does it work? Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with it per se, other than you've got, you know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches sticking out the end of the gun that you have to compensate for, and you're going to get carbon buildup on your lens. And those are the kinds of problems that, you know, can be avoided if you get a weapons light that matches the gun that you have, right? So in this particular case, that's where this comes in. This is designed for your compact weapon lights, right? So you have So there you have what's appropriate for this type of gun. You've got a compact gun with a shorter barrel. You want a compact weapons light for the compact gun. You get a nice, cleaner, neater package, and you don't have the lens getting carbon deposits all over it because the barrel is so much shorter than the weapons light, right? So something like this is perfect. Just kind of show it on a couple of other guns real quick, just so you have an idea of what you're looking at. This is the Dagger. Done a gun review on all of these guns on this table. So if you're interested in anything here and you want to learn a little bit more about it, you know, check for those videos on my channel. But this is for the Dagger 9. Obviously fits right, you know, fits perfectly, right? So it's married right up to the gun. And I will do the Masada last. And so last but not least, let me throw it onto the Masada real quick, and I'll get on with the review. So it just screws down thumb tight. You can't throw a coin in there if you want to really crank it down so it's permanently affixed. But as you can see, fits perfectly on these types of guns. These compact type of guns is what it was designed for. Now, that said, let's go ahead and get into some of the statistics for this. The TLR7 Alpha was designed to address some of the issues that the TLR7 had. Now, the biggest issue that I'm able to find is that on the TLR7, you had a side-mounted activation switch, and they went to these end cap type activation switches for these guns. So you have two different types. You have a shortened reach and then you have an extended reach. These are replaceable and they do provide you the Allen wrench to pull that off and put the new one on. The features of this light, it's 500 lumens. For those of you who are more interested in candela, it's 4300 candela. It does use a CR123 alpha battery. The runtime on this guy is 1.5 hours. It has a beam distance of 140 meters. And I'm going to be rolling in some video, you'll probably see it in one of these corners here, of me trying out the various lights in the woods so you can get kind of an idea of how much light is this actually throwing off. Now it's going to be hard to gauge because I'm using a pretty decent camera, not to brag. I mean, I paid a lot of money for this camera, but it does really well in low lights. So take that with a grain of salt. I mean, these are just for demonstration purposes. This weapons light is rated IPX7, and that's 1 meter for 30 minutes, and it does have a limited lifetime warranty. Now, some of the things I wanted to point out about this guy real quick is the activation, right? So you've got it in your hand, you're doing a thumbs forward grip to be active. So if you're doing a room clearing and you want to do a quick activation because you want to identify a target, you light it up, and then you take it off and it goes off, right? Or you can just press the button and let go and it stays active. Now, some features on, some people prefer a type of activation that is in the traditional Streamlight, right? And I'll just demonstrate that real quick for this, right? So you pull down on this little rocker arm and the light goes on, you let it go and it goes off. You pull down on the opposite side and it stays on, right? And then if you want to have a strobe, you press and you hold, press and you hold, and you can get a strobe light out of that. Well, not everybody cares to have a strobe, and what Streamlight did is when they ship this weapon light, they don't ship it with the strobe light active on the light. So if you want to activate the strobe light feature of this light, you have to actually turn it on, right? And so how do you turn it on? Well, I'm going to show you real quick. So the first thing you do is you want to press this button 9 times, and on the 10th time you want to hold it down. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so you saw me activate it there. You press this button 9 times, you hold it on the 10th, it'll flash and then it'll go out. And then what you got, when you double tap on the light, you'll have a strobe feature. So you go and you can have strobe activated. And then you let go, it turns off. Double tap, strobe activated, let go, it turns off. 1 tap still turns the flashlight on, 1 tap turns it off. So if you double tap, you get your strobe activation. Now, if you want to turn that back off, same thing in reverse. 9, hold it on the 10th, it'll flash, and then it'll turn off. So let's do that and see if I can get that on camera for you real quick. So you saw it flash and turn off, and so now it should be strobe active. Strobe activation should be turned off. Yep, so that turned it off. So 9 presses of the activation switch, hold down on the 10th, it'll flash a few times and it'll turn off, and once it's turned off, the strobe is either active or deactivated. So just note that it's not a feature that I like to have. I don't care to use the strobe light on any of my weapons lights. It's there by default on some of the older ones, but I don't use it, I don't like it, and more times than not it's just a pain in the ass. But that's me. Your mileage may vary. You do what you think is appropriate for you. Now, it does have one little cool little feature on here I'll point out real quick. If you turn this little guy right here, you can deactivate the light altogether. Now, 100% deactivated, so if you have it in long-term storage and you want to make sure you're not going to kill your battery, you can just turn that off and that deactivates it. And then when you're ready to use it again, you just rotate that and it activates the light once again. So other things, I did want to point out all of the various options or features that you do get in the kit. So here you get some different mounting options. Now, these are all labeled 1913 rail sections. You have a universal rail section, but you have 1913 1, 2, 3, 4, probably for different sizes, so you can mount it up to your rail system. You do get the manual You know, this does talk about all the various features of the light, how to change the battery, etc., there. And this is some of the marketing material. If you want to look at that real quick, you can pause the video right there. And if you want to know anything else about this light, or you want to know where you can get one for your own, I'll have a link of where you can purchase them in the description below. So that's about it for this one, guys. This is another quick little demonstration of a good weapons light. You've seen some of the video of it out in the field. You know what it looks like on a varying type of guns. If you want to know any more about the guns here, check my other videos on my channel. I have reviews on all of these guns. If you have any questions, you want to know more, throw them in the comments section. We can talk about it. If there's anything you think I missed, or if there's anything you want to know more about, throw a question in the comments section. I'll try to get an answer for you. This is already currently out in the TLR7a in black, but there is an FDE version that's in limited supply. I don't know how soon those are going to be before they start coming out, but you can start looking for those if you want to color match your guns. So with that, guys, I'm going to end it here. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay active, stay in the fight, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.